Hi Caroline, how are you?
Hey Chris, I'm good.
Good. What are we doing today?
We're going to be talking about first-time homebuyer programs.
Oh, excellent. Very good.
Want to introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm Chris Hendricks with CMG Mortgage, and I've been in the loan origination business for almost 30 years, so I've been around the block.
He's been around the block. I'm Caroline Harabedian, your favorite SoCal realtor, and I only bring you the best.
Excellent.
What are these first-time homebuyer programs we're hearing about?
So there's two things going on. Number one, of course, it's very hard for first-time home buyers to get into the market these days. With prices as high as they are, down payments hard to come up with. And in fact, the percentage of buyers that are first-time home buyers has declined quite a bit. It used to be half the market was first-time home buyers, and now it's down to an all-time low of 25%. So it's very hard for first-time home buyers these days. But the reason why we're hearing so much about first-time homebuyer programs is that a lot of folks are stepping in to try and help the situation. So we've got government entities, we've got Fannie and Freddie, the secondary market agencies for mortgages, that are trying to come up with first-time homebuyer programs. Federal regulators are putting a lot of pressure on banks now to try and help regular folks get into homes. So the result has been an explosion, really, in first-time homebuyer programs, which is pretty exciting.
That's great. Where are the source of funds that are coming for this?
So there's lots of sources. There's federal agencies, FHA, for instance, Fannie and Freddie, which I already mentioned. State governments, California has a lot of programs, and then individual cities, for instance, in your case in the city of Los Angeles, they have quite a few programs of their own. So some of these overlap and some of them can be used together, but there's lots of sources for them.
That's great, overlapping. So how do you determine which program the buyer is most qualified for or would benefit from most?
Well, so it's a combination of things, but we look at where the property's located, of course. We look at what the purchase price is. We look at the borrower's qualifications, what their income is, what program they'll fit to, and then we'll basically direct them to the right program.
That's amazing. There was a program you were telling me about, some special program.
Oh, so before we get to that, let me explain how they all work. Then we'll talk about that specific program.
Okay.
So almost all of them work the same way. Basically, there's a first loan, a first mortgage, which might be 90% or 95% or 97% even of the purchase price, but it leaves the down payment. And the way the down payment is handled is that the entity, let's say California or the city of LA or FHA, will provide secondary financing which can cover the down payment and even the closing costs in some situations. So there's no down payment at all required, essentially 100% financing.
You were telling me about a special program.
Yes, so you had a listing recently that was in a particular census neighborhood tract. And because of where it was located and the demographics of that tract, we could provide financing from a private bank. You remember I was talking about how regulators are putting pressure on banks to help out working folks get into homes. So this is a first-time homebuyer program. And if you're in a particular tract, then you can get 97% financing. Now, normally when you get a loan that's over 80% of the purchase price, you have to pay for mortgage insurance.
Yeah.
This program comes without any mortgage insurance.
No way.
97% financing, no mortgage insurance. The interest rates are below market,
No way.
which is amazing. The debt to income ratio requirements are very flexible. And you can use it, as I mentioned before, as an overlay. You can use it, or overlapping, you can use an LA City program to cover the remaining 3% so that you don't have any down payment at all required. So anyway, it's pretty cool.
Where's your excuse now, guys?
That's right. By the way, I forgot to mention, first-time home buyers, to qualify as a first-time home buyer, this just means that you haven't owned a home in the last 3 years, so that's important.
That's it. 3 years.
That's it.
That's amazing. Thank
Cool.
you so much for sharing this.
My pleasure. So what we need to do, if you're a first-time home buyer and you want to get into the game, we need to get you pre-approved and get you in there.
Let's do it.
We're ready to do it.
Thank you.
Thank you.